Hi there, folks. Sean Broderick for the Oxford Club, and I'm here in Anchorage, Alaska, and I'm speaking to Stephen Hosmer. He's the CEO of Royale Energy, and he and I are just having a chat about what his company is doing up on the North Slope of Alaska. They have a big project up there, and he's going to give you guys the scoop on what they're doing up there. Stephen, could you please speak to my subscribers?
Sure. We've acquired over 100,000 acres of land on the North Slope of Alaska. Our western block of 37,000 acres we're currently working to develop. We've identified through seismic that we shot last winter. We've identified conventional and non-conventional shale resource play. So we're targeting a 2-well drilling program. We expect to drill those wells over the coming year and try to identify that conventional play that will help us de-risk the long-term shale development.
Yeah, and so that is one of the interesting things about it, because with one hole you can hit multiple plays in there, right?
Yes, the seismic has allowed us to identify the conventional reservoir that sits shallower, that was actually sourced from the deeper shales. So we've identified those locations that we can drill the non-conventional, the traditional oil type of reservoir, and de-risk the entire project.
That is one of the fascinating things that I found about this trip, is just seeing the new tech that's being brought into play all the time, and really giving the people who are actually drilling for those deposits much more information about what they're going into. And it seems you guys are also using that new tech as well.
Things like bandwidth extension on seismic, giving us a much more high-resolution look at what's in the ground. Seismic, of course, is the sound energy imparted, much like a medical sonogram that lets us image exactly what's there.
Yeah, okay. So what is the timeline for this project that you have up there?
We've gone out and done field studies. You got a chance to see the field yesterday, and through those field studies now we're fully prepared to do our drilling permits and to move the project forward, either this winter when the snow falls in December, or the coming winter of 2015-16.
Okay, great. And so one of the things that multiple people impressed on me there is that the project you have, you really can accomplish a lot for the amount of money that you're putting into it. There are other companies spending a lot more money that don't seem to have as much payoff. Could you speak about that a little bit?
Sure. Well, Royale Energy is a small independent producer. We operate much differently than the majors do. And Alaska North Slope has been dominated by the majors for so long. But the Governor Parnell has done a number of things to bring smaller companies in because of the way that we operate, and that's on a very cost-effective basis. The 2 wells that we're drilling would have been upwards of $200 million by the majors, and our project is well below a quarter of that.
So very interesting things going on here. This is just one of the outfits working. I mean, one thing I saw in the town of Deadhorse is like one oil and gas services company after another coming in, because there are so many projects up there. This seems to be one of the really good ones, one of the ones that can really accomplish a lot for the amount of money that they're putting in there. But it just shows how much potential there is up here, and how much a smart company that knows how to squeeze the most out of a buck can really get some bang for its buck up here. So is there anything more you'd like to add?
Well, just that, as you say, North Slope of Alaska is one of the few places where you can find world-class reserves without leaving the U.S. And it's a very unique place to operate with enormous reserve potential.
Whenever you're ready, just explain what that map shows there.
This is a location map of our western acreage block.
Okay.
And the existing road infrastructure coming off from Prudhoe Bay. This is what's called the 2P pad.
Okay.
This is the most westerly route of gravel road nearest our location. So from that launch point, during the wintertime, we'll build an ice road that will bring equipment, the drilling rig, and crews out to the field to do our drilling.
So that black line that's on there, that's the oil pipeline that I like flew over in the helicopter then,
yes.
Right?
Gravel road and pipeline come down through here to, this is called Meltwater Field, and the location is called 2P.
All right, and then once you move out to your block over there, what are you guys planning to do out there?
Once we get out on the location, we're drilling 2 wells. The first well is is in the northeast section here, and the second well is down here in the center of what we call our western block of acreage.
Okay.
Both of those two wells will test conventional and also reserve shale, non-conventional.
Great. Okay. Is there anything else we need to know about this map, or is that pretty much it?
It shows the proximity to the village of New Ixet.
Okay.
This is the location where they're proposing a road. This village doesn't have any full-time road access at this point, but ConocoPhillips is building a road from the existing infrastructure across and then developing their portion of this field here. This is called the Greater Moose's Tooth Unit, and this is a field that we believe comes from the NPRA, the National Petroleum Reserve, down into this acreage block.
So they're right across the river from you. What they'll be working on is right across from your block down there.
They're actually on both sides. They have this Greater Moose's Tooth Unit and the Alpine field, and that comes down and crosses in. So Conoco has actually acquired acreage on our side immediately adjacent to us in the north.
Okay, great. Well, that's a really good explanation of like what you have there. I think that pretty much. So thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks for speaking to my subscribers. This is really interesting up here. We'll have to look into it more, and I think we'll have some more exciting stories coming out of the North Slope, coming out of Royale. Stay tuned, folks.